Hello everyone. MSM and Nipissing University welcomes you to our MSM NU Agent e-training, a knowledge-oriented webinar on data science. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank you all for taking out time and being here today with us. My name is Amandeep Singh and I am the Admission Executive India for Nipissing University at MSM. I will be here, your moderator for today's webinar. This session will be taken by Dr. Alex, Graduate Program Coordinator, Mr. Chris, Student Recruitment Officer, Dr. Haiben, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Mathematics, Dr. Murat, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Mathematics, and Sarah E. Taylor, Associate Registrar. Before we start the session, we would like to take you through all the basic features of Zoom webinar. There are multiple options in the control panel. Please note that this is a webinar and your videos and mics will be inactive during the session. Participate in the webinar by raising your hand from the raise hand option present in your control panel. Any questions related to Nipissing University, please put up in the Q&A section that appears in your control panel. For any technical questions, you can put up in the chat box. If your questions are not answered during the webinar, we will be sending an email with all the details. Handing over to Dr. Murat to start the session.
Greetings, everyone, from North Bay, Ontario, Canada. And then we are thanking for this opportunity to tell us about our programs. And just to give a little bit more background about ourselves, I've been at Nipissing University for 30 years. I served as in various capacities, and in the last year as the Dean of Faculty of Arts and Science. And Dr. Alex Karasev is served as a department chair, former department chair, currently our graduate coordinator, and Dr. Haiben Zhu is our current chair of the Computer Science and Mathematics Department. And I would like to do is that give you some information. I will focus on data science, but it will be also give you some feeling and flavor of where we are and what kind of a university we are, and then also other programs as well. And let me start by talking about where we are located. Okay, first I have to get Nipissing University and North Bay. This is the picture sort of tells a view of the campus as well as the city of North Bay, and we are 335 kilometers north of Toronto and 360 kilometers west of Ottawa in Ontario. I think these are cities probably you're familiar where they are, so that gives you some idea. And then located in quite a large lake of about 800 square kilometers of surface, and it's a beautiful location, and the campus looks like this in the fall with lots of colors, and it's one or two buildings, few buildings basically, not a large, but lots of parts inside the building that you can do many things. So that's part of it. Now, landscape, it's lots of water, lots of lakes, and this is a satellite picture of the shore of Lake Nipissing. And the forest. If you are interested in outdoors, many other activities related to nature that you can easily do around the campus and the city. So that sort of gives you a flavor. But if one thing, because I'm a mathematician, I like to tell that is such a picture really excites me because it has a lot of information that might be intriguing. Although it's a picture, but it's a cellular picture with lots of information. So now what we offer as programs in our department is the new program is Bachelor of Science in Data Science. Then we have been offering a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, and then Certificate in Game Design and Development, Certificate in Digital Humanities. And then we have Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, and we have Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics, and double major in Computer Science and Mathematics, and minor in Physics, and as well as the Master of Science in Mathematics. So these are the programs that we offer. So if you would like to see it as a picture, there is the Department of Computer Science and Mathematics with all these programs attached to it. So what I will now focus is the Bachelor of Science in data science and before we go into what the program content is, how who the courses are and all this, let's talk about the aspects of data science. So firstly, data science starts by capturing data. Of course, is how do we capture data? It comes from various sources and the nature of data, and that's becomes important. Then once you have data, and we need to know how to maintain data in various forms, then you need to process it. That's another aspect, important aspect of data science. Then after processing, it becomes analyzing. The processing involves you basically try to figure out whether your data is good or bad, and then take information that may not be useful out and cleaning and then analyzing it. Then finally is once you analyze, you would like to be able to communicate the results that you have, depending on what the questions that you wanted to answer. Of course, this aspect becomes crucial as well. So when we design our program, we wanted to cover all of these aspects. So in order to do that, we basically built our program in three pillars. So to do data science, you need computer science, you need mathematics, and then you combine the tools that you have from these fields to do data science. So in the first year, and the second year, students will take Introduction to Data Science program course and programming course, calculus, linear algebra, discrete mathematics, and statistics, and data structures and data management. So these are basically the courses that will prepare the students towards learning and having the tools to deal with data, and then covers the basic aspects that we were talking about. In the third and fourth year of the program, the students then will focus on machine learning, tools and technologies in data science, data analytics, artificial intelligence, neural networks, and these are basically relates to the processing of data, as well as the analyzing part of that. Then the important part of this program is we can talk about the courses and all this, and the capstone part comes up when we look at the last year or the last third and fourth year, what we require students to do. So at Nipissing University, undergraduate research is strongly emphasized in almost all the programs, as well as in our programs. In all the programs that we offer in our department, computer science, mathematics, we emphasize undergraduate research. Particularly, students are in all the programs required to take do some research course in the fourth year, as well as, depending on the nature of the program, some practicum courses. In the case of data science, we have students required to do a practicum course at the third year level, and one fourth year research course, or the two fourth year research courses. What do we mean by a practicum course? Basically, students do something practical. This could be internship, this could be working somewhere, this could be working with a faculty member, but it is involving some experiential learning in industry and applications of what they have learned during the program. And then the research courses, it could vary. It could from being theoretical to practical. So they need to do at least these courses, but if they wish, they can do practicum course and research courses. There are other opportunities for experiential learning as well. So this sort of covers what the data science program is. We have courses, and then we prepare, and then in the last year, third and fourth year, we ask students to start putting all these courses together, whatever they learn, and then start applying in various ways. But the experiential learning opportunities, what the practicum courses, I will repeat, this is basically work integrated learning opportunities, internships, work on applied projects within the university. Then we have other courses also that have experiential learning components. So these are could be form of projects that the students need to work in the courses, and then they need to do presentations in various places, case studies or problem solving opportunities depending on the course's nature. And then very often during the summer months, we have students working on research projects with the faculty, or they could be working somewhere else, and again, they can get a credit for it if necessary, if it's possible to do it as a practicum, and that's it becomes crucial component of our program, and we emphasize quite a bit. Then the picture for experiential learning looks like this. So we have practicums, research courses, summer research that I mentioned, but there are these other bubbles that you see on this picture because we have lots of other activities. So we ask our students to help us with tutorials. We ask students to help with our marking. We have math tutorials. We may ask for students, if they wish to do a tutorial, volunteer work, they can go into working on problem solving with high school kids. We host workshops, and we send our students to conferences, and we hold also departmental seminars. For instance, all the students who are doing practicum and research courses, they need to do presentations in our seminars during the year, the term, and so that, and this is part of their requirement if they are enrolled in such courses. So what are the examples? I mean, this is, we have some, I'd like to show some concrete examples. Is that this is very recent. In December 2019, Dr. Hagen Zhu is on the picture with his computer science students working on the development of an app for a local taxi company. So Dr. Zhu probably could speak to that later. And last year, we sent 3 students to a Canadian undergraduate mathematics conference, and Benjamin Cook, Schulium, and Luke Cooper. And Benjamin Cook won the Canadian Undergraduate Mathematics Conference Award for Excellence. So this was, we were very proud of him that he got this award. And well, this summer, here are the 5 researchers that are working during the summer months. Megan Pulford works on computational physics, and Eddie Schulim, continuum theory, Zikai Wang, role-based collaboration, Laura Sorunsky in topology, Luke Cooper in topology. And so they are currently working, and they are also getting paid for their work because these are awards that they come with some monetary value as well. And now, who are the people delivering this program? And the people are, I would like to give you some ideas about the faculty that we have in the department. On the right, Dr. Ali Hatif in physics, and then he is with his postdoctoral fellow from Tabriz. And Dr. Ali Hatif is originally from Iran, and then from Shiraz, and then he did his PhD at Western Ontario, and he does nanotechnology, nanophotonics, and nanomedicine. And Dr. Logan Hain has a PhD from University of Toronto, and he is the lecturer in our math classroom, and then specializes on continuum theory and dynamical systems. And he's solved some outstanding problems, and his latest publications are in the top journals in mathematics. Then Dr. Alex Karasev, he's with us, and then he's originally from Moscow, and he's a graduate of Moscow State University, and did his PhD at University of Saskatchewan, and then specializes in dimension theory, applications of topology. Dr. Boguslav Schreier is a PhD from Warsaw Technical University, artificial intelligence, neural networks, and robotics are specialty. He worked in Algeria before coming to Canada and Nipissing University. And myself, I did my PhD at the University of Saskatchewan. I'm a graduate of Boğaziçi University in Istanbul as well, and the specialized in continuum theory and dynamical systems, Dr. Veska Wallow, and a PhD from Sofia University, and then in geometric topology and dimension theory specialty, and he worked in Zimbabwe, Botswana, and South Africa before coming to Nipissing University. And Dr. Svetlin Vasilev, and his specialty is graph theory, algorithm analysis, optimization, and he's from Sofia Technical University, and but did his PhD at University of Saskatchewan, and then worked in North Carolina for a while. Dr. Mark Wakowiak in optimization, machine learning, data analysis, parallel computing, and he is did a PhD at University of Kentucky, Louisville, and worked at the Robarts Medical Research Institute at the University of Western Ontario, before becoming a faculty member at Nipissing University. And Dr. Haven Zhu, and is our department chair, and he did his PhD at Changshan University and Institute of Technology in China, and then before coming to Nipissing, he worked also at the New Jersey Institute of Technology, and specialty is many areas: software engineering, programming technologies, collaborative technologies and systems, role-based collaboration, adaptive collaboration. So this gives you some idea about the background of these faculty members, and we are very active researchers, and just to summarize the research activities that we have, and then I would like to show you this picture. And we have physics, we have active research component in physics, in computer science, as mentioned, with the list of people there. And then on the mathematics side is we have optimization, graph theory, algorithm analysis, and topology related areas. And the crucial part of this thing is, I mean, we do this research, but we also have some affiliations, and then I would like to go through them. Is we are a member of SharkNet, and this SharkNet is a group of universities working together to provide a high performance computing and parallel computing. So if you like to do large solve large computational problems, work with large data, and that's what is needed. And so we are a member of this. We have an access to parallel computing facilities. We are also an affiliate member of the Field Institute for Research in Mathematical Sciences. And this is a prestigious institute in Ontario, and then provides us a lot of services, and then we have access to many, many events through them. And then inside our department, we have role-based collaboration lab. The director is Dr. Haven Zhu, and robotics lab that Dr. Schreier runs, and then computational physics lab that Dr. Ali Hatif runs. So we offer a lot of opportunities for students to do a lot of different things through research and the areas, and as well as our affiliations. So we are active researchers leading in our fields, and we have currently 6 faculty members holding research grants from the National Science and Engineering Research Council. So we have 9 faculty, 6 of us have currently this thing. And that means that we are able to provide a lot of funding for our students in various ways, whether undergraduate or graduate. So having said that, is we have these programs that I mentioned to you, and the data science program is just going to start, and then I cannot specifically talk about what do our graduates do. I will talk about it, but the graduates of our current program are doing a lot of different things. So this spiral indicates that the possibilities are infinite. So it goes around, and we don't know where they could end up if once they have the degree, because they have come out of very rigorous programs and with lots of experiences. For instance, we have some students currently graduated and working in a company called Hardline in Northern Ontario. It's a mining engineering company, but they are specializing on remote controlled vehicles in mines. And the senior program developer is one of our graduates, and they hired a few more of our graduates recently. And then we have a graduate working in a finance sector in a bank as a senior product control person. And then we have, of course, teachers. We have people working in various countries, in Norway, in China, and traveling different places. And we also have students who would like to go to graduate studies, and they are now currently doing a PhD or postdoc. So just to show where they are working and what the companies. For instance, MDA is one of our graduates work there. MDA is a company that makes robotic arms for the space shuttle or the space station. And so that's working with NASA. And then this one of our graduates who worked on robots for many years and then ended up getting a job there after a master's degree in robotics. And then we have people working in the Canadian Revenue Agency. And then we have people working in Spielo. Spielo does works on video gaming machines and gambling machines, and then they hired one of our graduates to randomize their video machines because or check the quality control of these things. So that's what this person does. And so FDM4 is a local company in Nipissing at North Bay, and does the internet sales organized for many companies all over the world, and they have quite a number of graduates working and there, and the main senior programming officer developers are from our programs. So that sort of gives you some flavor of where the students are. But currently we have also a graduate who's a postdoc at the Brown University. And these universities that I list there is either students have done their PhDs and then or currently working in graduate programs or doing some other work in terms of postdoctoral fellowship and PhD. So our graduates have been very successful in getting jobs and going into graduate schools if they wish to do so. So we expect the same thing from our data science graduates, and there isn't any reason that we shouldn't, because we are planning to deliver a very good program, and we also know that demand for data scientists is high. So you can look at many job rankings and what areas and what jobs are in demand, and the data science is coming up very high. So, and the fields that the data sciences are needed is huge: healthcare, medicine, business, finance, insurance, environment, engineering. However, you can list more if you like to. And in short, there's a need for data scientists, data analysts in any field job which needs data. And then I don't know if there is any field now that do not rely on any kind of data, because we collect more. Our computational technologies is now high, and everyone is collecting data or producing data. So what is important for us is the following. That's the when I talked about the program structure and courses, basically taking the computer science, mathematics, and the data science courses is half of the program, and in doing research, and then students will have lots of flexibility to take other courses. In fact, they are required to take other science courses as well as humanities courses. So this gives students an opportunity to build something else, build their program in their own interest by doing a minor or taking more courses in an area that they are interested. This could be business, economics, social sciences, humanities, and history, health, biology related, chemistry, physics, however they wish to do so. And then we will encourage our students to do so, because that will give them the opportunity to find lots of different jobs. Because particularly when it comes to, we can collect data, maintain data, process and analyze it. When you like to communicate data, one needs to know the language of the people that they are going to speak to. And then many people may not know data science and don't understand stats. But if you are a graduate of such a program, you should be able to sort of have some idea about how to communicate the results and work with people from other disciplines and understand their language. And that is basically, there will be the emphasis as well in our program, so that they can have the flexibility to work in different fields. So that is summarizes what I expect, and then or we expected the data science graduates, and when they come out and how they can go, and then this given what I show you as evidence, we have no doubt that they will find lots of different jobs with the given demand in the science. And okay, there are many programs that you can go and choose all over the world. Why they should come to Nipissing? And why Nipissing? Because we have a rigorous program. We have experiential learning opportunities, small class sizes. Many universities will do the same, perhaps. But the last part is important: opportunity to work with outstanding researchers. This because of the way that we are in our department, and the close connection that we have with our students, puts us in a very direct relationship with our students. And when I say faculty in the Department of Computer Science Mathematics becomes crucial to complement the program and the features of the program, we are accessible, we are outstanding researchers, and given the background that I gave you from who we are as faculty, I think it should be clear that we understand the challenges of being an international student in Canada. I myself was an international student at some point, and then Dr. Karasev and Haven Su, and we all have been either immigrants and worked with international students. So we know what the issues are, what the challenges are if you come to our institution as an international student. I think that's important to point out. And the university is small but comprehensive. So when this is important to, so if you take data science, as I said, we would like students to do other things as well, learn other subjects. And we have a variety of programs, and then students will be able to do, and then the comprehensive means. And then, of course, you are located in a beautiful campus, and it is a wonderful place, as you've seen the pictures. And because it's small and the way the campus is and in all this, it is important to emphasize that it's an accommodating and encouraging learning environment is the result of all of these. So students will be welcomed and will be and they will be find a learning environment that is conducive to their needs, and that is something to remember when we are talking about Nipissing University. And the location. And we mentioned the location at the beginning, and then a little bit more information. North Bay is a city of 54,000 located at the intersection of two major fiber optic cables, highways and railroads. And the 54,000 means that it's within 15 minutes you can walk to many places and do your shopping, and that's an important feature. And then now, two major fiber optic cables, it's becoming an important thing, because as long as you have internet access, if one cable goes down, you have another one to access the rest of the world. So we have always internet access in North Bay. And of course, the highways and railroads are there. If you look at the various information about North Bay, we have a variety of business companies serving different sectors: mining, engineering companies, software development, and also because of the location, the natural resources and environment related industries are from lumber industry and the mining, of course, I said, and also the other related services to this, and then as well as the government corporations that located at Nipissing and North Bay and surrounding areas, and provide lots of opportunities for students to do internships and the work as well. So that summarizes sort of what I want to say in this way, and we have an excellent place to live as a student and study data science, computer science, and mathematics and more. And this is Andrew Squire is writing on the board, and he's now working in Norway. So that's what I wanted to end my talk with, presentation. I'd like to thank you, and we'll try to now answer your questions.
Thank you, Dr. Murat, for, like, I believe you have answered all the questions. And we already have a few questions, couple of, and I believe Dr. Alex answered one of the questions. So one of the question is from one of our associate partners, that what are the internship opportunities for data science in Nipissing University?
Well, okay, we have at the moment established an office for a experiential learning in arts and science and coordinator. And then this coordinator's job will be to find a lot of internships for students. Also, the District Chamber of Commerce, the Nipissing North Bay District Chamber of Commerce, has agreements with Nipissing University to facilitate these internships. So the opportunities will be from mining engineering companies, software development, government, as well as local businesses, as well as what I will say the nonprofit organizations that exist around surrounding area in North Bay. And we have also, it's possible to work with First Nations communities in these kind of internships. So we have a number of ways to place students, and we also established the infrastructure in the university to facilitate this. So I cannot tell you specifically what is, but currently, for instance, Dr. Alex Karasev is just working with a company to look at the drone data to improve their software so that the accuracy of whatever the data they collect increases. So this will this may lead to such a for instance, many internships you can imagine. So this is happening already. So that's one example that I can mention. I hope that.
Yes, yeah. Of course, it was like wonderful. One more question: that what are like curriculum of the data science in Nipissing University?
Well, do you want me to go back to the slide?
Not on the slide. If you can answer them, that will be very.
Okay. In the first couple of years, we are going to ask students to do calculus, linear algebra, discrete mathematics, and statistics courses. Now we will ask students to do programming language courses and data structures and data management courses, and an introduction to data science. When they come to third year and fourth year, students will be doing machine learning, data analysis, tools and learning tools and technologies in data science. This could be different software packages, etc. And data analytics, and they are required to do two courses. One could be practicum, one research, or two research courses. Of course, they could do more if they wish to do so, if they could want to take more math, computer science, and do more practical research, they're available. But as a Bachelor of Science degree, the requirements, we require students to take at least another subject area in sciences, physics or chemistry, biology, or geography. They can choose from those, and then also humanities and social science courses. Then there is a whole bunch of credits that are left to students to choose. And that is where the students could start focusing on a minor or take a variety of courses if they don't wish to do a minor or major, double major that they can try to do as well in a different area. I can imagine someone doing a major in computer science plus data science, or I can imagine someone majoring in mathematics and data science, as well as doing a geography or biology or chemistry or business and finance and economics. So those are all possibilities because of that flexible component that we built as a part of the program. So that's basically the overview of the curriculum. I don't know if my colleagues would like to add anything to that.
Yes. Dr.
I could possibly share my screen and show the list of all courses specific to the program. If it's interesting, I have it right here. So just give me a second. So here you can see the courses required in the program by year, and as Mirat mentioned, in the first year we have a few computer science and math courses, and which is specific to data science. It's introduction to data science. Well, second year again more advanced computer science and math courses, and in the third year in along with the computer science, we have more courses specific to data science. And finally, the fourth is the data analytics course. And in addition to it, as Mirat mentioned, we have various breadth requirements, and students will take, of course, various electives to tailor, I mean, that will be specifically designed to fulfill their interests in other areas. Hopefully, this diagram helps. I mean, this table helps here.
Yes, okay. I would like to say something about data science. Okay, and in fact, okay, many students may choose this topic because of it's a hot topic in industry, so it's easy to find a job. But in fact, it's very interesting topic. You know, now because now data science developed to meet the requirement of big data. You know, the big data now presents a new requirement for the industry. Is not our basic like mathematical thinking and computational thinking. Now the big data processing requires to find correlations between data items. That's a big challenge for traditional statistics. So that's why we combine the program with computer science and the traditional mathematics, and we will have much better methodologies to deal with big data problems. So I believe, okay, the students can come here and to work and do research investigations with our professors, and we can develop much more exciting new methodologies. You know, because data analysis, okay, we do not use not only use the traditional data analysis tools, but also we can combine our software engineering and programming technologies. For example, one of my professors, our professors at Nipissing in geography, they try to use SPSS. That's a very popular data analysis tool, but they cannot get the data they want, but they ask me to do some, and they need a new combination and a new analysis data from what they have, but they cannot get it from the SPSS. So, but I use just, several days, to write a program and get the data they want. They like that. So this is kind of for data analysis or data science students can do for the future. So with such kind of technology and abilities, they can find a very wide range in the future career. And also I hope to see here at North Bay, some students are interested in internship. And here we can see in the small city at North Bay, we have more than 100 IT companies. So we have many related company CEOs or CTOs. They like to cooperate with us, to develop the opportunities for students to work. At the same time, they can get practice and also get the credits. So that's, and also in summer, if they do not have courseworks, they can work for the company to collect credits or even collect some stipends.
Thank you, Dr. Haben. I believe that was a very informative detailed answer to all the questions. And thank you to Dr. Alex as well. Yes, Dr. Haben.
Yes, also I can provide another attraction from here. If some students would like to pursue graduate studies, in mathematics, we have Master of Mathematics. And if you want to do data science or even more, like say computational science, and we have connections with Laurentian universities. I'm an adjunct professor at there and can supervise Masters of Computational Science. So I have a very strong opportunity to recommend them to do Master of Computational Science study. So that's another good opportunity for students to study here, data science or computer science or mathematics, and then get further studies. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Haben. I believe there's one more question that if you can answer that. What sort of companies come for in-campus recruitment drive at NU? At our Nipissing University, what sort of companies come for the in-campus recruitment drives?
What's the question?
What sort of companies come for the in-campus recruitment drive at Nipissing University?
I think what's being asked is if there's any kind of career fairs or when companies come on campus to recruit your students for work after graduation. Is that correct, Amandine?
Yes, exactly, sir. Thank you for that.
Yes, this one is, I can tell you a current instant story. It's just last week. Last week, FDM4, which is an international company for data management, or now it's called, is software as a service. So that's in the service computing and the cloud computing. They want to hire many programmers. So now this year, all of our computer science graduates are offered by a recruiting letter and now seeking my recommendations to them. So that's all the graduates can go there, and they have more than required. They have more than required vacancies. What we require, that's the big, good, very good for our students here.
Thank you, Dr. Haben, for that. So I believe we should now, all the questions are answered. So any concluding lines? Yes.
I just want to add a few more things to this. The mention of FDM4 and the graduate programs, and depending on the student interest, the span of opportunities is huge in this field. So our purpose is to give a very strong background to students so that they have flexibility when they go out into looking for a job, that they can work, and because this is also the world that is changing fast. But the people who are trained in these areas, they need to have the background, strong background, to have the ability to adapt and learn new things. And then the opportunities within Nipissing is great, and within the city of North Bay is great. We have a master's program in mathematics, and then as Dr. Zhu mentioned about the nearby university, we also have applied streams. And I just want to mention, for instance, we talked about physics, and Dr. Ali Hatif works in a simulation of treatment of cancer cells, and it produces huge data. And then he works with huge amounts of data in his computer. So this is a small university, small place, but there is a big research has been done, and with lots of opportunities. So this is, and as well as what Dr. Zhu is doing and between. So we have provide quite a number of fields that the data science applied, and then opportunities for students from undergraduate all the way to graduate. So I think that's needs to be kept in mind. So
thank you, Dr. Murad. I believe that
just wanted to summarize that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, team, for the wonderful session, and that was very insightful presentation. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Dr. Alex. Thank you, Dr. Murad, and thank you, Dr. Harbin. We at MSM are super excited to introduce you to Agent eSummit 2020 Live, and would request you all to follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube platform to stay updated on our upcoming events. You can also visit our website, mscaremedia.com, to get further updates. Thank you for participating in today's webinar. We hope to see you next time again. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay safe.